Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to see the next Hive tutorial. Just to give you somewhat heads up, if you have seen my previous Hive video tutorial series, it covers almost all the basic concepts that someone needs to start with Hive query languages. And we have almost reached to that level where all the basic concepts of Hive and how to write the basic queries till creating the bucketing concept of Hive is covered, or till that point it has been covered. Now what I want to do is I want to go to the next level where we'll be writing somewhat advanced Hive queries, or mainly in this particular video series, I will be focusing on the analytical functions that are present in the Hive. Okay, so let's get started with the Hive analytical functions. So when we say the analytical functions in Hive, or rather the main use of Hive is to analyze the data in very layman's term, that why someone will use the Hive query language if they want to analyze huge amount of data and some kind of analytical functions onto the data set under HDFS. Then they will go ahead and create a Hive table on the top of it and execute somewhat Hive queries. Okay, now when we say Hive's analytical functions, there are a number of analytical functions that are present in the Hive, but at a main or the most used analytical functions are basically three analytical functions. Okay, so the first function is row number. Then we have something called as rank analytical function, and the another one is dense rank. So these are the three analytical functions that are mainly used in Hive. And in this particular video series, we are going to see these three functions one by one. Okay. Now let's understand the data set first. Like the data set which we are going to use to demonstrate these analytical function is this employee data set. Okay, so basically we have typical employee data set where we have the columns like ID, name, the designation of that particular employee, then department in which the employee is working, and the salary. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to apply these analytical function on this particular data set. So as you must know, the prerequisite for this particular thing is we should have this table that has been already created in the Hive, and we should be able to see the data into the Hive. So let's go ahead and create the Hive table and load this data in Hive table. Okay, so this is our regular Cloudera's Quick Start virtual machine where we have already seen various Hive queries, and I have already created this file with the dataset that I just shown you. So I have created this EMP file where I have loaded this comma separated file with the ID and rest of the columns. Okay, so this is the file that I wanted to show you. Now let's go ahead and start Hive terminal, where we will be creating one EMP table, and we will load this EMP dataset file into this particular EMP table. So create table EMP. So the first column is ID, then we have name as a string. The third column is I guess designation. So designation, comma, the data type will be string. Then we have department and salary. Okay, department is again a string. Oops, I made a mistake, so let me just and retype it. So I misplaced this R here, so it won't work. Create table EMP, then ID, then we have name as string, then designation as string, then we have department as string, and salary as, let's say, again integer. So we have ID, name, designation, department, salary. ID, name, designation, department, salary, and these are the columns. So row format delimited, fields terminated by, so I have the file that has been created with comma separated values. So fields terminated by comma, and here is the table that is being created. So if we just do show tables, then it should show us this EMP table that's been created. Now next part is we need to load the data. Load data in path. So let me add local here. That's the file on my local file system. /root. This is just the path to load the data file EMP. So load data local in path into table EMP. So it's loading the data, and if we now do select star from EMP, we should see the data. Okay, so this is the same data that we have just seen in the Excel. Let me clear a terminal for you. Now let's understand how row number, or let's understand the output that we wanted to have, and how the row number function will work on this particular data set. Now if you carefully observe this particular data set, we have two departments here. If you see, there are two unique departments. One is sales department and another one is account department. Okay, so basically what I want to do is, let's say somebody is asking me that show me the salary of your employees. Those are been partitioned by your department. When we say department, it's either a sales or account in our case. Okay, but the salary that is getting displayed, that should be in the descending way. Okay, so basically how we wanted to have is, we wanted to have name or IDs of all the employees belonging to the sales department with the descending order of their salaries, and the same lines all the employees belonging to the account department with their descending number of salary. Okay, descending order of salary. Okay, so basically for this particular scenario, when you have this kind of scenarios, then you will need this row number function. Now what this row number will do, what the row number will based on whatever query you will write, it will try to assign one unique number to each and every row in your data set. This will be more clear when you will actually see the output of row number. But just to explain you that whatever query you will write for this particular row number, it will try to assign a unique number to each and every row from your data set, from your, or rather from your record in your Hive table. Now we have 10 records here, so it will assign a unique number to each and every row from your data set based on your condition. Okay, now since we are dividing this or partitioning this particular table by department, since we have two departments, it will create two partitions, two unique partitions. One, the first partition is for the department is equal to sales, and another partition is for the department is equal to account. Okay, so let's go ahead and write the query so that it will be more clearer for you. Okay, so let's select, so basically we have these many columns, right? So let's select ID and name so that it will be easy to read the data set. Okay, so select ID comma name, then we wanted to have salary as well, let's say. So select ID comma name comma I need department as well, so as to identify it. Let me just describe this table first so as to get the columns. Describe EMP. Okay, now let's write the query. Select ID comma name, comma let's say department, and I will need salary as well, salary. And next, as I mentioned, that what row number will do, it will assign a unique number to each and every row from your data set. So for that, we will apply this row number function. Okay. Now what we wanted to do is row number as in one additional column, right? Now we need to specify some kind of condition on the basis of which your Hive engine will identify that, okay, what kind of number I need to give. Okay, so row number over here we need to specify the partition by condition. So what we want to do is we want to partition this particular table by department. Okay, so partition this particular table by department and order the salary by ascending way, or descending way, let's say, so that the highest amount of salary will come at the first position. Okay, now since this is a new column that we have added, we need to specify name to this particular column. Okay, so let's give it as row underscore num. Okay, and name of the table we need to give, so let's say from EMP. So this is what our row numbers query is. What I want to do is I want to select ID, name, department of the employee and the salary, and there is one more additional row number column that I want to add, where based on this particular condition over partition by department and order by salary, it will assign a number to that particular row. Okay, and I want to name that column as row number from EMP table. So let's run this query. So it's as you all know, since this is a Hive query, it will create a MapReduce job out of it, and it will try to execute this particular logic onto the data set that we have provided, which is EMP5. So the map phase is completed, reduce is in still progress. Now see this output. Basically what we have asked Hive engine for, we have asked Hive engine that give me the ID, the name, department and salary, and along with that we have asked Hive engine to give a unique number based on the this particular condition. Okay, now if you see the data set here, all the employees that are belonging to this account department are being integrated into a one data set, and their salaries are being arranged in such a way that they will satisfy this particular condition. So what was the condition? Partition my EMP dataset based on department. So this is the first condition, that it has partitioned our dataset based on the department. So all the employees belonging to the account department are integrated at the are consolidated at the top, and all the employees that are belonging to the sales department are consolidated at the second set. So basically these are the two sets that are being identified by this particular query. Now what was the next condition? Next condition was for the salary column. So we have asked Hive engine that whenever you will partition my EMP table based on department, while putting the salaries, order those salaries by the descending way on the salary column. So if you see, all the salaries are being ordered in a descending manner. Okay, so 28,000, 20,000, 15,000, 15,000 and 12,000. So if you see the sequence, that is in the descending way. And these numbers, actually if you see our dataset doesn't have this particular column, right? So if you just do select star from employee, you won't see this 1 2 3 4 5 numbers. This is the functionality that is been added because of this row number function, that we have applied this row number function onto the EMP table. Now how Hive engine has decided this particular number? See, if you see the first 5 rows, right, then you will see these unique numbers that are being based on the department and the salary column. So one for the first, second number for the second row, third number for the third row, fourth for the fourth row, and fifth for the fifth row. So all these numbers from 1 to 5 are belonging to the account department. As soon as your department has been changed, the numbering sequence is again reinitialized to the first number. And since we were having the 5 records for the account and sales department as well, it has come from 1 to 5. So this is how the row number function works. That if you want to analyze your data set based on some column. For example, here in our case, it was the department column, and you wanted to have, let's say, I want to see all the employees from the from the account department with their descending order of salary. These kinds of scenarios are being identified by or are being satisfied by your row number function. Okay. So I hope you got to know about this row number function, and you understood the how the row number function works, or what kind of output you can get by using the row number functions. And do let me know if you have any doubts or anything is not clear in this row number function. I'll try to answer your question as early as possible. So that's it for the row number function, and that's it for this particular video, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.